Gotta get a bit of speed first. There we go, we're in.
For fuck's sakes.
Bruh. Bearing in mind, I cannot control my character on the board. She's stuck like this.
I don't like to be a negative person.
Well, that's definitely shite.
I find that, for the most part, negativity only causes more of itself, kind of like mitosis or a shitty Resident Evil movie, unless said negativity comes in the form of project feedback. Within reason, of course. With that being said, when I heard that the new Skate game was finally releasing as early access, I wasn't optimistic at all. In fact, I was pretty much convinced it was going to be a big rigs over the road style shit show. Even told myself and others before its early access release dropped that I was not even going to give it the time of day. Time is a currency you can't earn back, so why bother, right?
I'm learning how to cavemanning it. I am cavemanning it. I am cavemanning it. Ooh, I'm cavemanning it so good.
Well, I guess something made me change my mind, because in the end I did end up downloading it off of Steam and giving it a go. Maybe subconsciously hoping it would surpass my already low expectations, or maybe because I was bored out of my fucking skull. Who knows? With all of that said and done, let's get into meat and potatoes of this lark. Shall we? Developed by Full Circle at EA for what seems like forever, a few select people were given access to very early alpha and beta builds before the inevitable early access release. These early builds were, from the looks of them, they weren't very promising, especially when they implemented microtransactions into alpha and beta builds. That's fucking unforgivable no matter how you spin it.
Dirty fucker.
I don't really keep up with the development and sneak peek videos that they put out, as to be honest, I didn't really give a shit back then. I had other stuff that caught my eye. I'd only ever get glimpses from folks who'd stream bits of the closed playtesting and Discord calls, screenshots and the like, and I wasn't impressed with what I saw. Most of it was just an untextured mess. There's probably some other stuff I can mention about potential development hell if I had actually gone out my way to look, but this video is very spontaneous, so we'll just get into the rest of it. Let's discuss what I do and don't like about the game. They've almost nailed Skate's gameplay. Keyword being almost. Ollies somewhat feel off, possibly due to speed playing a somewhat weird factor into how high you can go sometimes, and all bonus tricks are incredibly buggy.
Huh?
Also, unfortunately, a bunch of tricks are still missing, such as dark slide catches, invert variations, the finger flips, probably more. And so I'm hoping that they get added sometime down the line. Until then, that's got to go against this game, I'm afraid. The playable map is a lot better than I was expecting. It's no San Vanalone or wherever the fuck Tony Hawk's Project 8 took place by any means, but it's still pretty good. Thankfully, it doesn't have its own equivalent to that shitty quarry area from Skate 3. Good god, that area sucked ass. I think they plan on expanding it too if that fucked up bridge at Hedgemont is anything to go on. Here's hoping we get some areas with some massive downhill areas so we can get some massive speed and some potentially really big airs. The animations for the tricks in this game are really good, or at the very least pleasing to look at. Every ollie pop and every flip feels satisfying to watch, and those no complies? Good shit. And those endless variations of the flips you can do, amazing for big airs. I can make some really good combos with that. The parkour or climbing or whatever the fuck you call it is incredibly fun as well. It's a great way to reach certain spots, even if it is a bit janky sometimes. Plus, one of the fastest ways to get across the map is just to roll and jump everywhere like a certain blue-coloured hedgehog. The settings, for now at least, has some bits you can tweak to change or tune the way your game plays, be it various assistance features or different control schemes, and whilst not exactly a good point on its own, it's a neat thing to have. Feel like your game's not playing quite right? Have a go fucking with some of these settings. It might help, or it might not. Right, I've sung enough praises for this game, now let's get into what makes it a bit of a stinker. Hope you brought some snacks, you're gonna need them. The soundtrack is bad, and we're talking like really fucking bad. Ride to Hell Retribution levels bad. I recommend you just turn this shit off and just listen to your own music via Spotify or whatever service you choose. VLC Media Player, my beloved. The majority of the tracks in this game just sound like soulless fucking garbage. Just, yeah, nah, don't even bother trying to save it. It's garbage. You can probably tell just from looking at the clips, but I'll just say it anyway. It's a live service game that's always online. Fucking why? This is dumb for all of the obvious reasons. The moment that EA decides that they can't be arsed with this game anymore, they can just shut it down. This is fucking bullshit. Did we not learn from The Crew? Jesus Christ.
It's cool, it's pretty fun, just don't tell them I said so.
So that was a fucking lie.
The microtransactions are just straight up fucking predatory, which for an EA title I can't say I'm at all surprised. Even the way they do the reward system is like a pre-set up for that kind of loot box bullshit. At least it's not pay to win, but it's still just fucking appalling how they set it up. They claim that this is going to be an innovation on the Skate franchise, but aside from the parkour, they haven't innovated shit. It has less tricks than Skate 3, and it's just... I feel like it's just incredibly dishonest marketing to claim that this is going to be an innovation. People don't like being bullshitted, and yeah, anything EA has anything involved with marketing-wise, it's always been bullshit. Just don't bullshit people, it's not that fucking hard. Early access product. AKA, we're not fixing any of this shit, we're charging you double a microtransaction. Fuck you and yourself.
Skate is the... Pay us all of your money before the game's finished.
This one's going to be a bit more hardware dependent, so feel free to ignore this one if it's not going to affect you in any way, but the performance can be incredibly hit or miss. Textures can sometimes blur on occasion, but not very often, and maybe it's just my eyes being shit, but I swear some of the NPC vehicles get fuzzy at times. At least the NPCs don't get in the way nearly as much as they did in Skate 2 or Skate 3.
They're always in the way. They're always in the fucking way. They're always going to be right where you want to be skating. Get the fuck out of the way! Why is she still standing there? Do I need to go beat your ass, you dumb broad? Get the fuck out of the goddamn motherfucking way.
Well, that's when you fucking see them anyway. They're kind of rare. The visual style of the game itself clashes with the character models. These Fortnite-looking ass player models clashing with the somewhat detailed texture work of the environment looks kind of shit. I've got a feeling some corpo skulldugger is to blame for this, and they want to get all of the sales from looking like fucking Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, and whatever is popular at the moment. From what I've been told, back when this game was in like the really early playtests, it apparently did look somewhat grounded into reality, which pretty much confirms my theory that there's some corporate bullshit that's going on behind the scenes that a lot of us probably suspect but don't know the full picture about. It's still dog shit.
And funky transitions for days, with a street area to keep the shingos happy. Why don't you sesh for a bit while I get your big ender air prepped?
Also, I fucking swear that they might have used AI somewhere in this game, but I cannot prove it. The one thing related to this game that I am more than 75% confident about being AI as they are on the storefront on Steam, because that's got to be AI generated. It just looks it. At the current moment, there's not a lot of variety in the challenges that rotate. I'm confident it only rotates through the same free group of challenges every day, which is kind of shit. They do need to add more variety to that, because otherwise people are going to get bored very quickly. This one might just be a hardware issue on my end, but I get driver timeouts way more often on this game than I used to. At some point this actually caused my PC to crash and restart itself, and it deleted the Adrenaline Edition section of my fucking drivers. I am not sure if that's an issue with my PC because I'm dumb enough to have an AMD GPU, or if Skate just wants me to fuck off, but I'm mentioning it anyway because it pisses me off. And finally, this game suffers from the same issue that Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remastered had. It's too sanitized and a poor representation of the skateboarding and a culture of it as a whole. It's kind of a shame, really. If you want a good skateboarding game, your only real options at the moment are to just play the older Tony Hawk games, play the older skate games, or the skate sims like Session and Skater XL, which I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I think they're dog shit. If I wanted a realistic skateboarding experience, I'd just grab my board and go out and skate. I don't want to play a video game to simulate realistic skateboarding. I want it to be a little bit ridiculous. Right, with all of that said and done, what would I add to this game or do differently? So right as I was proofreading the script and all of my notes for this video, they actually released a Season 1 update. So, well, we'll go through those changes quickly and stuff that I've noticed. The player character models have had more options added body-wise and look a bit less cartoony than before. It's an improvement for sure, but they still look a bit too Fortnite-y for my taste. Some animations for some basic skateboarding stuff like pushing and the like have been changed and refined a bit. They do look a bit better, but unfortunately I think this changed the way the launch bug works. And by that I mean it's gone. They patched that out, unfortunately, which is bullshit because I remember reading somewhere that they weren't going to patch out any of the fun glitches like that, so... What's it going to be, bro? What's it going to be?
Where do you get these fucking idiots, huh? Where do you get them?
Areas around the city have changed in certain ways. A lot of it is just stuff for the new block party season or whatever they're calling it, but there has also been some small additions, like some litter been placed around the place, and overall it looks a lot less sanitized and refined. It still looks like Corpo slop, but slightly less so. I'd say about 5% better.
Hardcore is the heart of the hedge. All the open space and lines for days make it a natural gathering spot.
The first season, or skate pass, whatever they're calling it, has been added, along with another currency for it called ticks. Dog shit fucking idea. This shit is early access, and this screams of predatory practices. A large portion of the rewards are locked behind Skate Premium, which is also a scummy thing to do. To be honest, I feel like I should have expected this considering they added microtransactions in one of the beta or alpha builds of the game, but still, this still pisses me off. What the hell? Don't do this shit. Wait until the game is in a more refined and finished state, then do this kind of bullshit. Or, ideally, don't do it at all. A couple of annoying bugs have been fixed, however, like it's saying that you need to wait for players when you're in a solo party. The one where it would set your character's voice to the feminine option even though that wasn't what it was set to before you quit the game. There's some others as well. I'll probably put a few that I noticed up on screen briefly. Apparently they've also added some new songs to the soundtrack, but I'm gonna keep it real with you, I don't plan on turning it back on to find out. On the topic of sound though, the actual gameplay sound design got another change which made it slightly better. That's pretty cool. Anyway, now let's talk about what I'd change or do differently. This will probably go without saying, but the gameplay needs some serious fine-tuning. It's close, but some of the stuff like the bonus tricks being broken needs fixing, and not to mention reintroducing the invert tweaks, the dark slide catches, and the finger flips. The fact that they're not even there at the start is kind of embarrassing. I think the addition of some new cities to skate in sometime in the future could greatly increase this game's lifespan, especially if they give it different themings from different continents of the world, like Britain or somewhere in Europe or even somewhere in Asia. Just as long as it's different from San Vansterdam, it'll be great. I don't see them doing this, but it'd be cool if they did. The character customization needs a serious rework. In its current state, you get fuck all in the way of options for clothes and body appearance. There's not really much in the way of hair colours, eye colours, skin colours, facial shapes and the such. If you're going to go with these cartoony-ass character models, at least give us the option to go absolutely wacky and wild with them to create some absolute goblins and abominations. Bonus points if you somehow manage to implement sliders into this game.
You must be the freak of the week.
Lastly, at least that I can think off the top of my head right now, recast the fucking voice actors and rewrite some of this dialogue. It's so bad. It's not even cheesy in a good way, it's just bad.
With these street grab spots. We need to get to some proper transitions to blast some lofty and fully bionic tweaked airs.
Now that you've graduated from being a tourist to an up-and-coming local ripper, it's time for you to show the hood some love.
Whoa! That wasn't your fault. I'm sure I heard you honk.
Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut it!
Comes across as something you'd find in a movie that you'd find in the bargain bin of a charity shop. It's just shit. Right, I'm really itching to go to the pub, so let's wrap this up. What do I think overall? Overall, I can definitely say I've had fun with this game. I think what my good friend Schmungus Life Live said as we were playing it definitely holds true, that this game is definitely what he coins friend slop.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You're now stuck in the scaffolding.
Oh, I guess like being back at college. Shit, you can climb this fucking thing. It can be fun when playing solo, but don't get me wrong, but only in limited bursts. I feel like if you've got another 3 people to play this with and take the piss out of the game and its mechanics, you're going to be having a lot more fun of a time.
They're gonna leave man come. Why are my fucking arms so fucking... so fucking long? Impossible. The trick is impossible. Impossible.
Does this mean I think the game is good? In its current state? No, not really. The potential for it is there, I can see that, but the devs have got to put their arse into gear and take community feedback into account. And stand up against EA a little bit if they actually get enough of a backbone. Easier said than done so, I suppose. I can't really say whether or not you should give this game a go or not. I suppose if you're curious about it and are willing to put up with a lot of the annoying shit, then sure, give it a go. The only thing you're going to waste is your time. If, however, you're looking for a more refined experience, I'd wait a while until this game's received some more patches, because believe me, this game needs them. When the game is in way more of a complete state, I might come back and revisit it to see how it holds up, but I don't know. We'll see. Cheers again for listening to me ramble on once again. I'll catch you in the next one.
No, about the combination.
Someone just spawned in on this.
Tweaker Alley.
We call it fence.
To look like you're trying to hold something that isn't there.
You look like you're jerking off a giant dick.